Okay guys, now we have next page questions 11 to 15 multiple choice, and you can see these multiple choice questions are simple because they are in part 2. So in part 2 we can have multiple choice questions, there can be a map, there can be table completion or any other type of questions. Theater trip to Munich. Now Munich is a city. Theater trip means all the members or theater society, they are going to take a trip to Munich. Question number 11. When the group meet at the airport, they will have breakfast, coffee or lunch. So what will they have? Coffee? Alright, you're doing tukkas. But anyways, let's see. And by the way, they will talk about all three options. For example, when the group meet at the airport, they will have. So for instance, they say it would be early in the morning and I assume all of you will be without breakfast. So let's meet for breakfast. Then the answer is, and if they say we'll have no time for breakfast, so we'll just meet for a quick cup of coffee, then it is coffee. And lunch, they will talk about all three options, but one option will be discussed in the right way.
You will hear a man talking to a group of people about a tour of theatres in the city of Munich in Germany that he has arranged for them.
Right. I've now almost succeeded in finalising plans for our tour, so I'll bring you up to date with what I know. As you know, we're flying first to Munich on Monday the 4th. The flight is at 11:30, so it's too early to have lunch at the airport. I suggest we meet there for coffee at 10, which should give us plenty of time for breakfast before we leave home.
Coffee, which should give us plenty of time to have breakfast before we leave home. So breakfast karon karke aana hai, right? There you will meet for coffee, and 11:30 is too early for lunch. Lunch is not the answer. Nashta ghar se karke aana hai. So coffee is actually the answer B. Question number 12. Group will be met at Munich airport by. When they reach Munich airport, they will meet someone. A. Employee at the National Theatre. Employee means member of National Theatre, worker of National Theatre. B. A theatre manager. If they say when we arrive, we will be welcomed by theatre manager. Or if they say, well, theatre manager was supposed to come, but because he was ill, he is going to send another employee at the same theatre. Something like that. C. A tour operator. They will meet a tour operator. Now it's going to be employee, theatre manager or tour operator. Let's do this.
When we arrive in Munich, we'll be met at the airport by Klaus Bauer. Klaus works for a tour operator, and he'll look after us for the time we'll be in Germany. He's already liaised with the managers of the theatres we're going to visit, and he's also arranged for an officer of the National Theatre in Munich to show us round the theatre one afternoon during our stay.
So, C is the right answer, tour operator, and they mentioned his name, and then this tour operator will take them to theatre manager, an employee at the National Theatre. So C is the right answer. Sure.
When we arrive in Munich, we'll be met at the airport by Klaus Bauer. Klaus works for a tour operator.
Klaus works for a tour operator. Now the remaining two options, actually this tour operator will
and
arrange.
He'll look after us for the time we'll be in Germany. He's already liaised with the managers of the theatres
He's already liaised with the managers of the theatre, so that is B. But actually that tour operator will arrange that.
we're going to visit, and he's also arranged for an officer of the National Theatre in Munich to show
Officer, National Theatre in Munich, that is employee at the National Theatre, right? So let's go on. Question number 13. How much will they pay per night for a double room at the hotel? 110 euros, 120 euros, 150 euros, and again the same blah blah blah. Last year we paid this. I thought they would charge us this much, but actually you will have to pay and all that. So all three options will be discussed, but one is the right answer.
Now, last time we discussed this trip, I didn't have the precise cost for hotel rooms, but now I have. The normal rate at the hotel where we're staying is 150 euros a night for a double room. I'd hoped to get that down to 120 euros, but in fact I've been able to negotiate a rate of 110. That'll be reflected in the final payment, which...
So, yeah, he said normally they charge 150 euros and I hoped, past tense, 120 euros, but actually I negotiated and 110 euros. And see, they talked in reverse order. C, B, A. Let's go on. Question number 14. What type of restaurant will they go to on Tuesday evening? Now, Tuesday evening and type of restaurant. A, Italian. B, Lebanese. C, typical restaurant of the region. For typical restaurant, they may use the word traditional restaurant. Okay? And they will talk about all three options, by the way.
On Tuesday, the day after our arrival, I had hoped we could sit in on a rehearsal at one of the theatres, but unfortunately that's proved very difficult to arrange. So instead, we'll have a coach trip to one of the amazing castles in the mountains south of Munich.
What's the answer? Answer has not come. Just wait patiently, okay? Because that is about restaurant and all that, and they are talking about castle. So sabr ke saath. और ये नहीं कि जब भी पूछूं हाँ ए नहीं B नहीं C. Okay? Let's move on. Now listen.
On Tuesday evening,
Yeah.
we'll all have dinner together in a restaurant near our hotel. From talking to you all about your preferences, it was clear that a typical local restaurant would be too meat-oriented for some of you. Some of you suggested an Italian restaurant, but I must confess that I decided to book a Lebanese one, as we have plenty of opportunities to go to an Italian restaurant at home.
At home Italian and Lebanese is the answer. Typical restaurant would be too meaty and all that. Meaty means meat and all that. So B is the right answer. Let's go on. 15. Who will they meet on Wednesday afternoon? A, actor. B, playwright. C, theatre director. And they will talk about all three options. Let's see.
On Wednesday afternoon, the director of the play we're going to see that evening will talk to us at the theatre. She'll describe the whole process of producing a play, including how she chose the actors, and, as the play we're going to see is a modern one, how she worked with the playwright.
C, theatre director. They are going to see, and then they mention playwright. He is going to take them to playwright and actor. All right. Let's go on, please. Now, we have questions 16 to 20. बाहर नहीं जाना? बोलो तो सही, जाना कि नहीं जाना? बाहर, इधर से बाहर नहीं, उधर बाहर, जहाज में बैठ के, जीम जहाज में बैठ के बाहर नहीं जाना. वो समझ रहे इधर से बाहर जाना, इधर से नहीं. Alright? कुछ बोल ही नहीं रहे, कोई रिस्पॉन्स ही नहीं शो कर रहे, जैसे मार के बिठाया होता है. कम ऑन. जाना है कि नहीं बाहर? जाना है ना बाहर. चलो अभी ठहर के लेके जाते हैं आपको बाहर. Okay. So, question 16 to 20, we call it matching. Questions are days of the week, so don't waste your time by reading Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Monday. Sir, इन्होंने Sunday नहीं लिखा. Something like that. Okay, don't read the days of the week. Just come to comments, and in the comments you can see some words are repeatedly being some words are being repeated. And what are those words? Play was, play will, play will, play will, play will, and all that. So I tell you what to focus on the questions and then what to focus in the audio. Option A, playwright will be present, means not absent. So for that they will say playwright will also be there, or the playwright will also be available. Just underline the word playwright and present. Clear? B, play was written to celebrate an anniversary. For anniversary they can use 25 years, 100 years, or to mark or to celebrate 100 years of this, to celebrate 10 years of this, and all that. Option C, play will be performed inside a historic building. So performed inside a historic building. For historic building they may use the word castle or any other word. Okay, inside the castle, in the same building, and all that. Option D, play will be accompanied by live music. Accompanied by live music means right after that there will be live music. And for live music they will use synonyms. Option E, performed outdoors. For outdoors they can use the word in the garden, in the open air, in the lawn, or any other, in the open air, whatever. F, play will be performed for the first time. Whenever a movie is shown for the first time, what do we call it? Premiere of the movie. So premiere, that word, will be performed for the first time. G, performance will be attended by officials from the town. Officials from the town, they can use the word ministers, mayor, councillors, chief minister, or anyone like that. Okay, now Wednesday, look here, your left hand thumb should be on question and the right hand that holds the pencil should move between these words. Do not go from A, B, C, D. Put your pencil at the end of the options. In A, focus present. In B, focus celebrate an anniversary. In C, focus performed inside a historic building. In D, focus accompanied by live music. In E, performed outdoors. F, first time. And G, attended by officials. Clear? You will just focus these words. Now I play question number 16.
Right. Now I'd just like to make a few points about the plays we're going to see. Partly because it might influence your choice of clothes to take with you. The play we're seeing on Wednesday evening is a modern one, and we're going to the premiere. So it'll be quite a dressy occasion, though of course you don't have to dress formally. I gather it's rather a multimedia production, with amazing lighting effects and a soundtrack of electronic music, though unfortunately the playwright is ill and is unlikely to be able to attend.
So A, playwright will be present. He said playwright is ill and is unlikely to attend. It's not that. Initially he said premiere. So option, play will be performed for the first time. So for question number 16, answer is F. Clear? Now if you don't know the word premiere, you cannot do it. Question number 17, Thursday. Now let's see what is on Thursday.
On Thursday, we're seeing a play that was first performed last year, when it was commissioned to mark 100 years since the birth in the town of a well-known scientist. We're going to see a revival of that production, which aroused a lot of interest.
100 years to mark the day and all that. It's option B. Why B? To celebrate an anniversary. Right? So on Thursday, the play was written to celebrate an anniversary last year and all that. Okay, question number 18. Friday. By the way, I will send you this audio and you can take this test at home as well, right? On Friday, let's see what do they do on Friday.
Friday's play will really make you think hard about what clothes to pack, as it'll be in the garden of a palace. It's a beautiful setting, but I'd better warn you, there won't be much protection from the wind.
It'll be in the garden. That's right. E is performed outdoors. Now this is what you need to understand. ये understanding develop करनी है कि outdoor के लिए garden, lawn, open air and all that. Okay, let's go on. 19, Saturday. Let's see what do they do on Saturday.
On Saturday, we're going by coach to a theatre in another town, not far from Munich. This will be the opening of a drama festival, and the mayor and all the other dignitaries of the town will be attending. After the performance, the mayor is hosting a reception for all the audience, and there'll be a band playing traditional music of the region.
Traditional music of the region, but they did not mention that music is live music or not, so that's a trap. Mayor with other dignitaries. Dignitaries are like ministers and MNAs, MPAs and all that. For that we use the word dignitaries. So for this the answer is G, attended by officials from the town. Question number 20.
And after having a day off on Sunday, our final play is on Monday, and it's in the stunning setting of the old town hall, which dates back to the 14th century.
Stunning setting of an old town hall which date back something, so it's option C, will be performed inside a historic building. Clear?